Coach, the baseball regular season is wrapping up across the parking lot, but football season in full swing now at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ready, check 53, Mike. You run. 8, 20. Slam.
Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Just like that. Just like that.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Watch the safety creep. Gun.
Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Got a man. It's Brown. Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
20.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton. This will be caught by Brown. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Throwing on third down, Newton. The 20. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, baby.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now. Let's break.
And he powers his way up past the 30. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
This time, Jackson will throw it. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Check 26, check 26.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson flush to his right. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
58, come on. 58.
Brandon Cooks. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Brandon Cooks. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. The extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
These two teams all tied after one. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Raven first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darren Lee gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A.
20. 8.
Play action. It's Newton. And he's going to go down again. Darren Lee able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Not today, you are. Not today.
3rd and long. It's Newton. And that will be incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Watch out for Hill on the return. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that's complete to Cooks. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the 1st half. It's a 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And some room to maneuver. 20, Brandon Cooks. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Brandon Cooks with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Gun. Begin. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
To throw again on 2nd down. Newton eluding the pressure right. Taking a deep shot here for Hart. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Mike 5'9". Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Check. Check 99. Check. Lucky.
From the gun, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2nd and 5 now. Newton, he's going deep for Brown. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson flush to his right. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Kill. Wait, 59. Watch the run. You're soft, baby. That's baby soft. 25, check 25. Hey, check 24. Come on. He's coming. Double up.
Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
I'm coming for you. You mine. SOS.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And going deep for Hill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Jackson to throw. He gets it to Cooks.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
He can run for it, and he will. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Second and 8 at the 30-yard line.
Buddy up. Mike 5'9". Short.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Mike.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Here we go. Now, Katie.
Number 53.
Great.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3 from the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll give Fournette another crack, and they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here's Fournette. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
You don't want no problems with me.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Ready? 90, Wolf. Pick me up. Here we go. Travel. Yo, go.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, wahoo.
He's checking. Crash.
Now. Go on.
59. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Now.
Matt Moore, the backup, ready for his first throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Gun. No. Back.
Mike's 50. 20.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Great.
Switch.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On 3rd down, Fournette. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 3 plays, all resulting in 3-yard carries to bring up 4th down.
Great.
They'll go with a big back Fournette. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. Leonard Fournette stops short of the marker on 4th down. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Break.
59, Mike. Check, 59. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on second down. Following the penalty, it's Williams. He's got the first down and more past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day. All day. Check 3. Mike,
Yep.
59. Mike's 59.
They'll run it with Williams. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 50-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 or. Go. 6-6. Bullet high.
Hey, switch gears.
Greystone travel.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Check.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Ready up.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check 48's the Mike. Check 48's the Mike.
General West.
Here I come. Check your hot read. Mike 48. Here we go, D.
X3. 218. Chopper. On the ball. Back.
It's just me and you.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you.
Check 3. Check 50. Check 50. Check.
Hard.
Check.
Get it.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block him. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offense's backfield has been something else in this game.
And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Yeah, that's what I do. Mike. 53.
Newton taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the 4th now in Minneapolis. The Raiders, they've added on, extending their lead a bit further. A win would be their first of the young season. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
59. Mike's 59.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Mike 53. Gun. Switch. Alert 3. Alert 3.
20.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw is Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Great. 20.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
20.
Under 10. 10. Slam.
And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here in OT. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Go.
Newton now to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Probably thinking they got to be careful not to force anything here in overtime. This is 3rd and a mile right now. A shotgun give to Fournette. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Well done by the defense. They did their job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's 4th and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt and helps out your defense with field position.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Look at me. Zipper. Ready?
Again, it's Williams. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
You draw quarter.
Flare.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
So that's it. No double overtime until the playoffs rolled around, so that means this one ends in a tie.
Yeah, that's ultimately unsatisfying for both teams, the fan bases. Heck, for us,
We came here to see a winner, right?
We did.
Winner and a loser. We didn't get it. We end up with a tie. Everyone walks away. A little bit cranky on this one.
Meh.
Yeah,
MEH, man. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.